Was I embarrassed the first time that I got on the stage? No, I don't think so. You know, it's a funny thing about me. As I say, I've been an actor since, what, 1946? And I've made my living at it completely, except for the first 3 years when I worked at a service station, at 2 hamburger joints, a freight yard, an ice house. I guess that's about it. 3 hamburger joints. One in a very tough section of Brooklyn. And anyway, no, I really wasn't embarrassed because I have always, as a child, I had a very good singing voice. And I never sat there saying, I hope people will ask me to sing, you know. But if somebody did ask me to sing, then I just, you know, I just sing. I just got to sing, and that didn't bother me. I was never embarrassed by getting on the stage. Some people are very embarrassed by getting on the stage, but I never was. And as a matter of fact, I also never had any great desire to be on the stage. My desire now is just to get good parts. That's really all, but it's not to be there to, how do you express it, to display myself or anything else, you know? Okay? I got a song I didn't know that. I'll sing that after the movie. I'll sing that Welsh song I didn't know what I sing on. Okay? Yes, we're back here. Certainly. Okay. And the second question.
Sometimes I was you in command, sometimes I was Mr. Sue in command. You're yelling orders to you down in engineering. I don't think that's any good.
No, some of the writers, which also in those cases included Gene Roddenberry, did not know the order of rank and everything else, and they forgot about it, right? And the script editor also didn't know how to handle that situation. But there were also times when Sula was in command and I wasn't even written into the show, okay? Because they were saving money on me at that time, yes.
What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you on set?
What's the funniest thing that ever happened to me on the set? I already answered that in the first question.
As an actor, how
It
does
pays to listen.
as an actor, how does it feel to be part of a classic like Star Trek?
Really quite fabulous to be part of a classic. Did you all hear the question? Is that Eric? I heard a baby. He practically never cries except when he needs changing and needs food. No, I think it's a beautiful thing because to be part of a classic in your own lifetime when you're still compos mentis and you know, you're not doddering into some old folks home or something. I think Star Trek, even though in another 20 years it may not be on every night, many television stations in 20 years will have big Star Trek festivals, like for a whole month. They'll do nothing but run Star Trek, you know, and it'll be great for my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and my great-great-grandchildren and my great-great-great-great-grandchildren. So anyway, you know, I think it's a beautiful thing. It's really, it's great for an actor. The only problem with Star Trek being on the air right now is that we don't get paid for it. You know, because it's really very bad to have your face appearing on a screen someplace and you're not getting paid for it when you were paid so little in the first place, right? Because they did not think that, I mean, the Screen Actors Guild that set the contracts way back in '65 did not think that any show would run longer than 6 runs. So we had residuals. We're paid for the first 6 runs of the first year's work, and for the first 10 runs of the second and third year's work. Time is getting close, right? And so we have not received any money from the filming of Star Trek for about 6 years now. Okay, so, you know, it's really kind of rough. But I think what we're going to do is, she can see it again. No. So anyway, I think what we better do is, because I know very well that you're going to want to talk a little bit about this film. When we talk about live television, that means that if you make a mistake on live television in the early days, that meant the mistake was made and there's just no way, and it's going out all across the country, you got to correct it somehow. And let me tell you, in a little incident, you'll see me sitting in a cockpit, right? And the camera's out here, the airplane's going this way, and the camera's out here, shooting in. Down below me, in the third act, particularly the last 5 minutes, is a stagehand, right? And he's getting the traditional, he's sitting there going like this. Now, that means to anybody who is experienced in the business, that means stretch. Stretch the show. In other words, we're going to get off the air too early, so you got to stretch. So I look down at that and I see it. I start stretching. Or I start stretching. All right? Then I look away over there. There's the floor director going like this. You know? So I'm going, because this guy's still doing it. 2 minutes later, he's down there and he's going like this. You know? And I walked up to him afterwards and I said, what were you doing going like this? He said, what do you mean? I wasn't doing that. I said, you were. You were sitting there going like this. Because he didn't know and didn't understand the signal, right? He wasn't experienced enough in the business to know what that meant. So anyway, what we're going to see is a movie called Flight into Danger, which was later done as a film called 0 Hour with Dana Andrews and Linda Darnell. And if you have ever seen it, then judge between the two. I think the one you're going to see, which was live, is much better than the many millions of dollars they spent on 0 Hour. Okay? Take it away. So he could get another job, and he took it to United States Steel, and they cut out the 1954 car commercials, and they didn't give them back to me. I wish they had, because it would have been kind of fun to see them, right? And anyway, all that last part in the cockpit there was the third act, and before that would have been commercials, and after that would have been commercials and everything else. But anyway, that's kind of fun. But I want to tell you is that that airfield with snow on it, Vancouver practically never has snow. Okay? So that was not Vancouver. Anyway, I would like now to introduce my wife and our new baby, Eric. He'll be 10 weeks old on Sunday. Won't you? So, anyway, he's just growing beyond capacity. About 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, he outgrew his first T-shirts and is now wearing 1-year-old T-shirts. So he's just growing too much. But then again, he's perfect, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, now, do we have any quick questions on that film? First of all, did you like it? Well, there's an actor named Cecil Linder. You have seen him before. And also, there's an actor that was running a switchboard back there that you have seen quite a bit of. He hasn't been on series that I know. He's been guesting on series, but I'm not going to tell you his name because then he'll write to him and then he'll know that it was shown and he may not like it. So anyway, but you've seen the girl, Corinne Conley. She's on
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives. That's right. Yeah. So anyway, yes.
I noticed that movie was also be made and played on the podium 2 months ago called Sky Terror.
Sky Terror. Well, the one thing I did not tell you is that this movie you saw today, or tonight, was the first of all the aeroplane movies that came in. I know, you know, the very first. And Arthur Haley, who is, of course, very famous now, when he wrote that script, his job, he wrote the script in his private time, you know, but his job was writing advertising copy for a trucking firm. Okay? And he's very English, actually. And he immigrated to Canada, and the only job he could get was writing advertising copy for the thing. Now, about 3 months after we did this, NBC did it, and MacDonald Carey played the part that I played, and I forget the name of the actress that played what Corinne played.